One of my favorite things about this lifestyle is meeting diverse and interesting people everywhere we go. I have always been fascinated by honeybees, and today I'm going to show you what the bees do. Why did you get into this, and what do you love about it?
Oh, I got into honeybees to produce honey for my husband, who's a competitive mountain biker and had some breathing issues in the Barton Creek Greenbelt, and it turned out to be very successful. So we have 5 apiaries we manage, and we harvested 1 apiary.
And what is the apiary?
An apiary is where
okay,
bees are.
Okay, that's their home.
And so that's
apiary.
Yeah. And so we pulled these supers on Saturday morning, and then we brought them back here and we unloaded them, and then we extracted half the honey on Saturday. Then we went home. Then we came back Sunday morning and extracted the other half. I'll show you that honey. We were talking about supers. This is considered a super, all right? And these are frames with plastic on it. The bees are taking my wax off. They have wax on them for them to build out. But, so I only use brand new boxes and frames for honey. All right, to spin honey.
So don't reuse them?
No, I reuse them because that helps the bees, but I don't allow the queen to lay in them or for them to store pollen in them. I keep it, they're still going to track pollen with their feet, their little bee feet, but I want it to be honey, 100% honey.
And so why do you need to smoke?
Because it blocks pheromones. Bees have about 27 pheromones that they communicate with each other, and one of them is an alarm pheromone. And so we want to mask that. Plus, it also tends to have them go back into the hive to eat some of their honey.
And how did you learn how to do all this?
Oh, I keep learning about bees every day. I cannot tell you. There is so much. Beekeepers will tell you you learn constantly through a lifetime. These are people who've been beekeeping decades. It's just a really fascinating creature. It's the most widely studied insect in the world. The DoD studies it.
I bet.
Yeah.
How many different roles are there in the colony?
Probably about 18. You have the nurse bees that take care of the larvae. Once they've hatched, they feed them. Then they do house cleaning. They clean. They're very clean. They're antibacterial, and they're very clean creatures. They keep the hives very, very clean. And then you have the last job is the forager, because that's the most dangerous. They fly out. They could get, hurt and so forth. Birds can pick them off, that type of thing. And so in between, you've got they have a mortician bee that drags out the dead bees. They're very clean. You've got the ones that accept the nectar that I told you. You have others that accept the pollen. So there's a lot of different roles.
And I've heard there's a patrol. Are these the guard bees that are around us?
That are around selling. I have to sell 6 or 7. I have to, because I want a good reputation, I have to provide very solid, high population hives with a medium. So after I pull this honey, I have to figure out my strongest ones that I'll sell to a customer. Excluders. These will each be one taken off the top. Keeps the queen from going up and laying in my honey frame.
And you call these the hives?
Yeah, they're colonies of bees. These are hive boxes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a dead hive. The bees have left.
And how could you tell it was dead?
You know how bees react?
Yeah.
And the sounds they make?
Oh, like
See
this
the
one will be a
difference?
live one?
Yeah.
I see.
Oh my God, look at the bottom.
Just letting them know, right?
Yeah.
So see, that's a very different looking.
Right.
It's a darker honey, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a wet, we call that a wet capping.
And so the bees are putting the honey in there right now?
They might be.
Or they could be eating from it too, or?
No, I don't think they're eating from it, because they've got down here.
And so they take the nectar,
Right.
and make honey.
Right. When they fly in with the nectar, they give it to a receiving bee who takes it and stores it. And then another bee caps it. They all add enzymes, and they all, see, that's not 100% capped. I harvested a lot of these bees also for bee sales. Like I would sell 15,000.
Really? In one
box,
like box?
In a little box like that down there, see?
Wow, and how do you even like count how many?
Oh, I don't count them. I just do it's by frame.
Okay.
We count by frame, not by individual bees.
But how are you getting them? Look at that spider.
Yeah.
How are you getting them in a box? Like is it one?
I just pick up the frame and move them into the box when I do. That's called splitting.
Okay.
This has more honey, bigger hive. See? But it'll be interesting to see what this honey tastes like when we spin it out. These were all brand new frames, so they had to build out the. See, that's not capped
Beautiful.
yet. See, that's not capped. So it's good we harvested the other first and left this, and we're going to let them.
And they're making the wax as well.
Only young bees have the ability to shoot wax out their glands. As they mature, it sort of disappears.
Okay, so the young bees do the capping when it gets.
No, all of them can do the capping. They
Oh.
just reutilize the. I'm talking about the
wax.
production of the wax.
Okay.
This is a small hive beetle that got imported in '87 from South Africa. The bees will isolate them, but you try to not have those. So this is a bigger hive, healthier hive. See more honey?
Oh wow.
I just love the honeybees. I love how it's a superorganism, that they're a miracle, that they all work together, that they create this food product that's unbelievable and pure, and they're so clean, and they're just a beautiful creature.
I love making my own skincare products, and lip balm and face cream. A huge component is beeswax.
This is a pole barn that we created into a honey house, and it's not quite finished yet, as you can see, but we're installing in commercial equipment. This is a heating cabinet to warm honey because our honey crystallizes like this, you'll see. Some honeys don't, and it determines on what type of sugar content is in the honey from the nectar. Very hard work, especially a manual operation like ours, because we're not hobbyists. We're small scale, but really to start affording, we do have a forklift, but to start, really becoming more automated, more mechanized, everything is lifting.
You're in excellent shape, so.
So this is what we extracted. So we bring in the honey supers, we uncap them, see what they built out. That's just pure honey.
It's pure
There's
honey.
no brood, there's nothing. That's just pure honey. We install them in this, has centrifugal force, this extractor to remove them. We have two, a little one, a big one. And so then this is the honey that we extracted. So from that one apiary, about 560 pounds, I'm going to measure it all today, but I labeled by the date harvested and the apiary, where the location was, because all honey tastes different. We
Like wine, I guess.
Yeah, it's all a matter, exactly like wine, it's a matter of the earth and flowers that are in season, how much rain. I hope there wasn't too much metal taste in that spoon.
Oh, that is so good.
Do you taste the flowers that they came from?
Oh yeah.
It's good,
I
isn't
really
it?
do.
One of the strainers, I just wanted to scrape the wax. I want to keep the wax all together and let the bees eat the honey off, smell it. So see, they're cleaning this all up. There was still honey left over in the frames. All right, so they take the honey off. And so then I'm just left with wax frames for next season. I'll smell it. These are called uncappings, that we uncap the frames, and it always smells so good.
Oh my
This
God.
is the kind of wax that you want your candles or anything made out of, right? And then this is what I'll enter into the honey show in competition. And this is what I sell for cosmetics.
Oh yeah.
People that make cosmetics.
I like to make my
because-
own. Yeah.
Okay, I don't use anything that's not organic, and so this is what a lot of people will buy.
Yes. So, and you have a website?
Yeah.
But the ways to monetize is like teaching classes,
Selling bees.
and leasing out your bees.
Yeah,
like
Texas and Florida are two states that have legislation that allow honeybees for ag valuation. All right, for property taxes, and you get
Rejection.
the 1D1. It's called the valuation, and so I do that. I sell bees.
Are they 5-gallon jugs of honey there?
Yeah.
And what do you sell one of those for?
I don't. I bottle them and I make cream honey. Cream honey is my specialty.
Is that what we have?
Yes.
Oh, I tasted that.
she tried your cream honey.
Oh, you did?
Oh, it was
Okay.
so
I have
good.
a class. I'm constantly impressed with them, and it's not the honeybee makes a perfect product, and it's the beekeeper who'll muck it up, right? So, and